In this video, I'm going to give you a brief introduction about Remix IDE, which is an online IDE for writing smart contracts, deploying and testing it. So let's get started. So first, go to Remix. Just type Remix Ethereum or Remix IDE, and in your search engine, then you will be getting it. If you just type Remix IDE, just type Remix IDE or Remix Ethereum. You will this is the website called remix.ethereum.org. Just click it and the IDE will be loading. From here, decline it, you choose whatever you want. From here, this is just a home page of Remix IDE, and I will show you everything. So this below is a terminal. Your basic commands won't work over here most probably. You just read already, nothing will work. ls CLS, yeah, just nothing will, your commands will work here, but the output of your contracts will be shown over here. So that's it. So this is actually the basic format of Remix. So let's create a new file. Just create a new file, and we can just name a new file and press enter. It will automatically rename the file extension. For editing the contracts, you can just click on the contracts folder icon and create a new file. This will create a new file inside contracts, and you can also create a folder within a folder, basic stuff. Or if you just click nowhere and click a folder, it will create a folder in the root directory. Now let me just go to the new file and create SPDX license identifier. I think the I was capital. Identifier GPL. Okay, just ESN1. Yeah, this is our identifier. So was it? Yeah, just identifier. Just copy and paste this line over here. That will do. And also just take the solidity compiler version. This is a very old compiler. We can use a more recent one, such as 0.8. That will do. So that's it. Now this is actually the basics. This is how you create a initialize a smart contract. It's not a smart contract right now because we haven't created a contract. So let's create a contract. Hello world. That's how you create a contract. Now let's create a function. Hello function, and let's say we'll put our name string. We are passing a name to a function. We are passing input variable, like user input of variable called name, and this way function is public, and this also returns data in the form of string, and this is also stored in memory. So that's how you create a function. Create squiggly brackets and just returns name, a simple function. And now just going to show you how you can create and deploy it. So for this is actually a warning line. You can just ignore it or something, but a better way to do is actually just type over here string data, that's string, and you give the value of data equal to name, and from here return data. And this by default is actually an internal variable, so it cannot be accessed publicly. So change the variable state to public, and that should do. Also create a comma here, and see the yellow squiggly lines is gone. Now this is a better way to code it or deploy it. And from here we can actually this is like searching files, regex stuff, simple stuff which you can figure out easily. Now let's go to the compiler. From here we can choose the compiler version. Let's say this is like greater than 8.9 compiler. Now if we go back and let's take a 6 version compiler and use that to compile our code, we might get an error. Let's see. So Let's take it out. Computing. Just compile it. You know what, let's take a higher compiler. This will create an error because you see, oh, it's a network error. Just compile it. Let's see if it works or not. Okay, so now the cache is ready. Now let's compile it, and it's successfully compiling it. Now if we just take an older version, and this is compiling. See, this actually just giving me an error because, you know, updated compiler version to match the current file. So it's actually automatically updating the file to match the current one. So, and I'm just going to zoom it, the whole stuff, so that you can bit more easy to see stuff. And yeah, so yeah, I hope this will be fine. So that's how you do it. Now from here you can also deploy which contract to deploy. So in one file you can have multiple contracts. So contract hello hi world, just type over here, and you just take the same thing and just paste it over here and just type it as, just compile it. Now you can come and manually, you know, deploy which in contracts individually over here. So this is the contract file of hello world. I can get the API to clipboard because API is actually very useful for when you are integrating this with the front end using JavaScript. So you need the API, so you can get the API from here. You can get different API of different contracts using, you know, this drop down menu. And for deploying it from here, we can actually take any testnet we want. This is actually, you know, a virtual machine inside this one. This is actually not using the testnet, just work everything inside. From here we can choose any wallet we want to from this wallet if any of the money gets extinguished. This is the gas limit. If you have a very high complicated bad code cell contract, you might need to increase the gas limit, so then only it will be deployable. From here we can also select which contract to deploy, and so that's it. So from here, which address to use, so basic stuff, that's the basic. From here, by clicking the deploy button, you can also deploy the contract and, you know, hello and data. Okay, now the string was hello. So that's how you deploy contract in Remix. And you can also use injector provider. And this, see, if you have MetaMask and you have, you know, a mainnet network such as Ethereum mainnet, then it will connect to Ethereum mainnet, and you can click on the deploy button and it will deploy on the Ethereum mainnet. Or if you have a Golly or Mumbai Polygon network, Mumbai testnet, then it will deploy to Mumbai testnet by. It depends on which network do your MetaMask is currently connected to, and you will deploy it to the respective networks. So that's the basic of it. This is the basics. Then you can also change the theme if you are into that. I always do like the default theme, and yeah, it doesn't do anything much. You know, themes, cyborg, yeah, so, you know, choose anything you want, you can change. This is how you can debug it. You can, you know, you pay, you know, if you deploy a contract, I'll show you something. So if you deploy a contract over here, this is the transaction. Also, this is the transaction hash. So if you go here and paste it and start debugging it, this is actually embedded transaction because it's not deployed to real network, just a virtual machine inside Remix. Then it will, you can actually debug it using the debugger. So that's it. I hope you have a basic idea of this one. And then, you know, this is like VS Code. You can just open multiple files like this one, you know, in the top bar, and close it also. And from here, this is home, and you can create new files. You can also publish file to GitHub gist, or upload files, or upload folder, anything you want. You can also save this, you know. I'll show you something. You can actually upload files. What you can do, like if you made lot of changes, and you can also export this as a you know, this is a workspace, and you can actually download. If you click the download button, it will actually download all the changes you have, all the contracts, all the smart contracts to your file. So that's the basic, you know, stuff about Remix. Hope you find it useful, and thank you, and have a nice day. ahead. Bye.